Didn't those idiots ever learn how to... Whoa, hey! What are you doing in this neck of the woods? Not that you don't have a right to be here, that is. It's just, well, a griffin nesting ground doesn't tend to be the best place for a stroll. Me? Why, I just got a little lost, is all. I would have left already if not for my friends. We were separated, you see, running away from those damn beasts. I'm not much of a fighter, so I'm just hoping they make their way out. Really? I have to warn you, the griffins in there are quite nasty. They do anything to protect their nests from invaders. But if you're willing, I'd be mighty grateful. Even pay you for your efforts. If you find my companions, let them know to meet me by the Way Shrine, right down the road. Don't worry, I won't run off before you get your reward. We were on our way to Cloudrest, but must have made a wrong turn. Somehow we ended up within this nesting ground. Of all the luck. As soon as we realized where we were, a whole flight of griffins came rampaging towards us. I barely escaped. The way I see it, they're either dead or hiding. If they're dead, make sure to search their pockets, all right? I'd at least want something to bring back to their families.
That's not going to happen, is it?
So, standing around is a crime in Summerset?
Yes, we even have a word for it. Loitering. I suggest you learn it.
Ah, a wanderer. Hi. Hello. It's such a relief to see a friendly face out here. I haven't had anyone to talk to in, I don't know, hours? You wouldn't happen to be an experienced adventurer, would you? Me too. Well, usually I only write about them, but I decided to finally try my hand at the real thing, so here I am, in Goblin territory, taking record of the grand battles between the High Elves and the Goblins with my scribe. Or, I was. The Goblins, dragged her off. Along with all my notes, too. I've been reciting every tale I know for inspiration on a valorous rescue, but I find them sorely lacking in the specifics. Please help me. I'm lost without Naliara and my notes. Well, I was getting to that. The subject of my recital is a fresh epic of their ancient conflict with the goblins of these hills. I didn't want to just regurgitate tired verse to the world's premier scholars. I need real inspiration to impress that crowd. You must not frequent Daggerfall, friend. I am Medze the Maestro, King of Singers, Serenader of Kings. I've performed songs of Sentinel at court thrice now. And I'm soon to be an honored guest performer at the Illumination Academy. Well, there's a story there. You see, in light of the Queen's decree, the Illumination Academy has been inviting guest performers from all across Tamriel for their latest conclave. And, of course, I received an invitation, so I hopped on the first boat. I was getting to that. The subject of my recital is a fresh epic of their ancient conflict with the goblins of these hills. I didn't want to just regurgitate tired verse to the world's premier scholars. I need real inspiration to...
keep it down. I don't want you drawing any more this way. I already broke my best quill killing the last one to sniff me out. Oh, please, I'm not some damsel in his sappy songs. I suppose he told you the goblins dragged me here too. Those little jackals stole my pack. I chased them in here to recover it, only to find my notes scattered all over this fetid place. They're the only record of the weeks of research Medze and I conducted. We'd have to start all over without them. And if you were faced with the prospect of being Medze's scribe for another 3 weeks, you'd risk life and limb too. What are you? Some sort of saint sent to deliver me from digging through Meluk's squalor? Well, 2 searchers are better than 1. Meet me back here when you've found something. The man is like a newborn infant, completely incapable of caring for himself. Nearly walks off sheer cliffs for the view, alerts every monster in these hills with his crooning, samples poisonous flora because it looks pretty. His popularity was on the rise, and a trip to Summerset as an honored guest sounded like a good opportunity to break out from copying account ledgers. How wrong I was. don't know how much longer I can hide out here. Give me some good news. That's the last of them. I'm not going to give you some my savior routine, but thanks. This is not how I plan to die. Do me one last favor. It's a small one. Would you deliver those papers to Medze and tell him I quit? Look, I've had enough of Medze. The humming, the whistling, the constant attempts at rhyming. I'm not completely heartless. That's everything I cataloged on this misbegotten adventure. With it, he can finish his research.
Naliara, stay strong. Your salvation is at hand. Though, if you could call out... that
Sexy
would be
Maw!
helpful.
He's coming! I'm gone.
I finally girded myself with the courage of my forefathers. I'm prepared to add my deeds to theirs. Even if it means entering oblivion itself, I will find Naliara. You, haven't seen her, have you? Naliara quit? I suppose I cannot fault her. Capture by vile goblins was simply too much for her delicate spirit. But without her records of my spontaneous, inspired verse, my recital is doomed. Oh, well, that's great. I nearly have everything I need to complete my epic of the war fought between the goblins and high elves here. All that's left is for me to uncover the site of their most pivotal battle. Come, let's make history! I mean, I just assumed since Naliara entrusted you with her notes, you were taking over her duties. You don't want to uncover a once-in-a-lifetime discovery? I have a generous stipend from the Illumination Academy to complete my work. The site is close. I just know it. Dramatic instinct. My antiquated directions said the entrance would be where two falls meet stone. Sounds more like an uncomfortable pratfall than landmark, but my guess is the site is near water. The answers must lie in these ruins. Oh, Naliara, if only you'd waited. Some kind of trade ledger? Oh, how mundane. It seems like the elves who built this place engaged in deals with goblins. This looks like scouting reports. Land surveys, goblin settlements. Why was the water source of such interest to them? These look like plans for resettlement. Elven and goblin. They were proposing a land trade with the tribes. Oh gods, this is terrible! This adventure truly is a tragedy. I can't use any of this! These tablets show the goblins weren't always viciously territorial. Elves and goblins coexisted, traded, until the elves wanted King's Haven Pass badly enough to betray that trust. It flies in the face of every existing account of this region. I sought a subject for heroic composition. There is no truthful recounting of this history that would flatter the elves. Sing the truth, and my patrons will loathe me. Sing a lie, and my artistic integrity dies. It's what a noble hero would do, isn't it? Self-sacrifice for the sake of the downtrodden is practically obligatory. If I don't make it back to Daggerfall, carry on my tale. Don't let my beautiful voice be silenced. You've been an able guide to heroism, keeping me on the righteous road in the face of adversity. When I sing of the divine messenger who sent me on this path, know that it's your praises I sing. Oh, I like that. The time has come for me to unsheath the quill of justice and cut an inky swath through centuries of lies. And probably book passage back to Daggerfall well in advance. Even if I'm not bludgeoned off stage by thick volumes, I'm told the Divine Prosecution is very particular about the verbiage used to present the truth. I'd prefer to receive their critiques by mail.
Really, Paradon, you're sucking the fun out of this whole affair.
Are you trying to marinate before the giant salamander roasts you?
I haven't run that hard in a long time. That root ass best still be by the road. She owes me for this.
I can't believe I was nearly pecked to death. Nothing is worth this sort of trauma. Oh, I'll go back to Mirinelle, all right, and give her a piece of my mind. This was all her idea in the first place.
Ifra be praised. I can't believe you were able to pull that off. You're something else. And don't worry, Wienerlist told me about Aralim. It's a damn shame he had to die, but at least my other companions are safe. You did? Well, I'll be taking that. Wouldn't want it to go to waste, after all. Thanks again for all you've done. These two would have never been able to make it out, if not for you. This reward isn't much, but it's the best I can do. We'll head to Cloudrest, as soon as my companions have time to rest. I think we've got our bearings now. What? I mean... Oh, all right. After all, you did save these drag heels. We actually came here to collect some griffin eggs. I thought we could just sneak in and out, but the damn creatures must have caught wind of us. Someone hired us to grab some is all. Not sure why. Griffins aren't easy to come by, though, outside of Summerset. Perhaps our buyer plans to sell the eggs somewhere off the island. A venture that is not, far as I know, entirely legal. Of course. It's always a good practice to keep such transactions under wraps. For all I know, you'd have run off and told the Divine Prosecution. I wouldn't go tattling now, though. After all, you were the one who handed me the egg.
idiot. The Thieves Guild sent you. Wouldn't go any deeper if I were you. Darkness crawls along the walls of Etanmir. Only thing you'll find here is an ugly death. That, and the corpse of my former apprentice, most likely. No idea. Erothal asked to take the lead, and I obligingly took a nap. Didn't think it would be any trouble, even for a lackwit like her. Sneak past some cultists, grab the tokens, get out clean. Easy. But now, the place is swarming with Daedra. Well, she's certainly missing, and I'm not risking my scaly hide going in to find her. You look scrappy enough. If you can grab those tokens and what's left of my apprentice, I'll make it worth your while. What do you say? I suppose I could answer some questions, long as they're quick.
I seal this place, mortal flea!
finally free! Oh, sorry. No time to chat. I have to get back to the seats. He must be worried sick.
I see that Errolthal made it back in one piece. Thank the Hist. The guild might have docked. I see that Errolthal made it back in one piece. Thank the Hist. The guild might have docked my pay if she wound up dead. More importantly, did you find the tokens of Viridia in there? Good. I'll get these tokens back to the Thieves Guild. Honestly, this is one of the smoother operations I've been a part of. Sad as that is. Maybe one day we'll do another job together. Not likely, but maybe.
Can we get moving now? I'm just itching to get to our next assignment.
The itching's probably just a symptom of the venom. Next, your flesh will start to rot off. Seen it happen 1,000,000 times.
Seeks, you're hilarious! I just can't get enough of your jokes. My skin's going to rot off. What will you come up with next?
Blasted guards. There's a window. No, that won't do.
A thousand pardons, but the Battle Reeve Tanalina requests your presence at the Royal Palace. There is a situation developing and you have come highly recommended, or so we have been led to believe. There are eager ears everywhere, so keep your voice low. The situation involves Sea Slode. The Battle Reeve has been informed that you dispatched one of the foul creatures. I find that implausible, but as a lowly squire, my opinion doesn't matter. I can tell you that the Battle Reeve sent 3 adventurers and a squad of marines to determine the extent of the problem. After an initial report, contact with the group was lost. What the Battle Reeve will ask of you, well, that's for her to impart.
Can I assume that your presence indicates a successful completion of your assignment? I eagerly await your report. Excellent. It's somewhat of a shame to kill such powerful beasts, but of course, Summerset citizens come first. I'll let my superiors know the area is safe once more. Though helping the Isle is its own reward, here's a more substantial offering. I must admit, the newcomers who we've contracted have been pulling their weight. Is surprising, to say the least. The problem is I have the ignominious duty of offering up the redemption of this office's honor to any interested party, all because we're playing minder to newcomers in record numbers. What I'm trying to say is, I require help to honor our fallen. Investigators on their way to Silverwoad's royal menagerie were killed by an escaped beast. I don't know what those zookeepers are doing, but Graveld is running amok in the wilderness. Kill it and retrieve the Scrolls of Oath from our justiciars. The Divine Prosecution has granted you the honor of helping us during these dark times. See that your duty is done. This day is testing my patience.
See something you like?
God of the forest, Earthbone showed the way. Praise we now stand up, apologist of man, Lord of compassion for the lesser of care.
As I have said, the proxy queen is unable to hold an audience with petitioners at this time.
How can Rigurtnig? Most sincere salutations, newfound friend. I am Rigurt the Brash, ambassador at large for the exceedingly excellent Nord Cultural Exchange. I fear my mission to this beautiful island of snooty elves has ended before it has even begun. the glorious pact sent Rigger to bargain with Queen Irene, to use my considerable charms to woo High Elves to talk of peace and an end to the Three Banners War. I even brought gifts to bestow upon the pretty queen. But Rigger has failed. Again. These tall, skinny elves, they have so many rules. Did you know Queen Irene isn't even on Summerset? And to get an audience with her proxy queen requires some sort of proper introduction. Vindilween won't let me set foot in the palace without one. You would help Riggert? That makes my heart dance like young ones at a Mara's Day ball. Speak to Courtier Vindilween and find out how we get one of these proper High Elf introductions. Remember, I brought gifts. That's sure to open a few doors.
I have no time to deal with whatever issue concerns you, newcomer. I recently received word that all of Summerset faces an imminent threat from a source we believed had disappeared long ago. Of course, you must be the newcomer the Queen's cat told me about. If you really killed a sea slode, then you might be just what I need to keep the situation from completely spinning out of my control. Will you help defend Summerset? A group of adventurers volunteered to investigate the possible incursion. I received a single report that indicated they were making progress, but that was the last I heard from them. Kynar, Grog, and Miria seem capable enough, but Sea Slode... The mage Kynar radiated an air of confidence, as did the Red Guard Miria. They seemed extremely competent. The orc, though, Grog, I think he called himself, appeared to be in a constant state of inebriation. Drunk! He was as intoxicated as a Nord on festival day. I took a chance because the situation seemed desperate, and by the stars it appears that I'm going to do so again. For all our sakes, I hope you don't disappoint me too.
We grow accustomed to the influx of visitors to our blessed isle, though your increasing numbers remain a source of concern to our nobles. We, however, find the many non-Altmer faces to be... interesting. What business brings you to the palace? The Sijic Order? We have not heard a word from that august body in a star's age, and then word arrives that we should expect a visitor. Why would we grant access to the Sapiarch's private compound? Speak true if you want our aid in this matter. This involves the business that Razumdar was telling us about. The Queen's cat claimed he had eyes in the Sijic Order, but we assumed that was more of his braggadocio. Very well. We'll send word to Lilandril that you may cross to the college. The newcomer wants us to blather on about the many wonders of the Blessed Isle? Why, by all means. Let us sing the praises of the Sapiarchs, reveal a recipe for an Altmer delicacy, and select the best House of Reveries performance for you to attend. Indeed. Perhaps you aren't as dull as we first presumed. My queen has asked that we welcome you. So we shall tell you that the Sapiarchs are our teachers. The compound in Lilandril serves as the seat of their prestigious college. And we shall alert the Portal Master to accommodate you. Once inside, seek out Lana Teal, Sapiarch of Archaeology. She leads the college and should hear the Right Master's warning. There, we have done our deed for the day.
did I see you with that nod? You really need to reconsider the company you keep. An audience with the proxy queen for a nod? Well, an introduction requires certain documents. A recommendation from the appropriate sapiarch, for example, as well as an audit from the divine prosecution. And perhaps a small favor for me. A crude yet accurate analogy. Get Sapiarch Tandeman to provide a recommendation, and Justiciar Rolamdel to give Rigot a legal writ validating his credentials. Then, as a favor to me, acquire a pair of tickets to Thespian Enigma's next performance. More. You newcomers just seem to want and want and want.
Is a lesson you best.
I hope you aren't here about anything important. My schedule is completely full. I couldn't possibly squeeze you in before the mid-year Mud Crab Festival. A recommendation? I'll have you know that I don't just throw those together in a slapdash fashion. A recommendation must be researched and carefully considered. I can't be too cautious when it comes to endorsing new arrivals. Vindilween? Why didn't you say so? If you can acquire items of cultural significance from the newcomers, say something from a Khajiit, a Breton, and an Argonian, I might be persuaded to write a recommendation for Ambassador Rigot. As a matter of fact, I do. The Khajiit's name is Urjara. Exotic, don't you think? Henri Ondare is the Breton, and the Argonian calls herself Grayscale. Bring me something that belongs to them and reflects their cultures, and then we can talk. Not now, friend.
I haven't been able to secure work in this city, and I fear instead of opportunity, this land of high elves holds nothing but disappointment for newcomers such as me. How are you now? Well, I'm trying to find a job. Looks like we're both going to be disappointed. On the other hand, I do have this turtle clasp, crafted in the Breton style. I might be persuaded to give it to you, for the right price. It will indeed. Now, where did I put that? Oh, here it is. Take it and use it in good health, my friend. It was...
I'm not sure what I expected when I decided to journey to Summerset, but it sure wasn't this. No rest for the weary and always more work to do. Forgive my lack of manners. Is there something you need? Really? Well, I didn't bring much with me, just my recipes. In fact, I just made a bowl of ojisaka for Races the Moons. He hasn't tasted it since he left Murkmire. Mentioned he had a craving. I was about to take it to him in that sack. Threats now? This place gets worse as the days go by.
Courtier Vindilwyn was kind enough to tell me who she sent you to perform favors for. I've been sitting here drinking and having a most pleasant conversation with Sapiarch Tandemin. Were you able to acquire the items of cultural significance he requested? You did? That is most excellent, my good friend. But Rigert has an even better idea. We should also give the Sapiarch one of my gifts. Nothing says culture like a Nord keepsake. But which one do you think he would like best? I think the Sapiarch would like an item with more permanence. Unless he has a sweet onion. Sweet onions love perfume. Oh, and by sweet onion, I mean a lover. Interesting. The Night Favor depicts a beloved Nord god. It is solid and will last forever. And it might help the Sapiarch if he ever finds a sweet onion. And by sweet onion, Rigart means a lover. Friend Sapiarch, here are the cultural items you asked for, along with a gift from Rigart. A Nord Night Favor.
That's everything I wanted, plus an arousing example of Nord erotica. Thank you. Here is the official letter of recommendation you requested.
Milk drinker. Milk drinker! Is that really a Nord insult? How benign. And what do you want? Can't you see I'm trying to rehearse? I always have trouble with the accents of the lesser races. You need tickets, do you? Well, so does the Sapiarch of Shimmerine, the Navy's High Battle Reeve, and the Proxy Queen of Alinor. Do you know what I need? I need to figure out how to play Hildegrom, Battle Maiden of Skyrim, before the curtain rises. Ambassador Riggert? I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Well, if he can help me find Hildegrom's voice and mannerisms, I'll happily give you 2 tickets to my next performance.
Courtier Vendilwyn told me who she sent you to talk to, and Riggert always wanted to meet a famous high elf thespian, Lady Enigma. Greetings and salutations from the Nord Cultural Exchange. Hildegrom? She's my favorite hero! I'm sure that one of my Nord gifts will inspire Enigma and help her find the voice of the Battle Maiden. But Essence of Mammoth, of course! Not only will it make Enigma smell like a proper Nord battle maiden, it will also make her irresistible to bull mammoths, snow bears, and half-drunk Nords. It's the perfect choice! Riggert has just the thing to make Enigma feel like a Nord. Essence of Mammoth.
What a powerful odor! It reminds me of mammoths charging across fields of ice and snow.
You smell like a proper Nord battle maiden now.
The stench! It makes me woozy, but also fills me with Nord bravado. How inspiring! Milk drinker! That's it! That's the voice! You've earned these tickets, Ambassador Riggert.
Not now, please. I really must prepare for tonight's lecture. Besides, only those with permission may enter the College of Sapiarchs. We can't have just anyone wandering around the compound. So you're the luminary the Proxy Queen wants me to treat with kid gloves. And I suppose the arrogant Psijic is with you? Oh, very well. Let's get this over with. The compound has been purposely isolated to serve as a sanctuary and place of study. Research and scholarship require solitude and quiet, after all. We use magic to travel back and forth. I'll prepare the portal dais when you're ready to cross. Just follow me and step onto the dais.
Sometimes I wish the criminals and lawbreakers would take a holiday. Then the officers of the Divine Prosecution could catch up on our paperwork. Is there something you need, newcomer? A writ of authenticity for a Nord ambassador? That's a highly unusual request, considering that a newcomer is the one making it. The Divine Prosecution requires weeks, sometimes even months, to properly audit diplomatic credentials. Vindilwyn. She loves to engage in the commerce of favors. Very well. A cup and bowl were stolen from the Alinor Palace. Favorites of the Queen, I'm told. Recover these items, and I might be persuaded to issue Rigurt a writ of authenticity. Ideas? Plenty. Proof? Nothing that would hold up in a court of law. Not yet, anyway. But I'm more concerned with recovering the items. Stolen goods usually find their way to the pirates in Waston Coraldale. I'd start my search there if I were you.
By the 7 sacred texts! Who has dared invade this place of learning?
I've got this. You talk to that Sapiarch.
This is unheard of. Attacked in our own sanctuary. This is terrible. Please excuse my present state, as I am distraught beyond all rational thought. I never imagined that Daedra would attack our compound. It's madness. Forgive my lapse in protocol. I am Elamil, Sapiarch of Daedric Fallacies. Happened? Oh, it isn't over yet. There was no warning. Daedra filled the compound. So many great minds cut down. We were able to clear the courtyard, but there's more inside. I fear for the safety of the head Sapiarch and our other sages. The Crystal Tower? You need to speak to Lanatil, Sapiarch of Arcanology and head of our college. She's trapped inside with those monsters. I suggest you enter through the labyrinth beneath the compound. Just watch out for the Daedra.
According to the maps I studied, the labyrinth is this way.
I'll return to Lilondril and warn the guards.
Good idea. Perhaps I should accompany you.
There's more to this than a simple Daedric incursion. I felt a strange sensation when we arrived. A sense of urgency. We need to hurry and find the trapped Sapiarchs. Sometimes. Probably has something to do with living on a displaced island and being part of the Psijic Order. We knew the 3 Daedric princes were a threat, but this is our first clear evidence of their hostile intent. Even scholars have ways to defend themselves. Which reminds me, I can protect myself, but I'm not much good in a raging battle. I'll try to stay behind you and keep out of the way. Now, let's hurry and go save the Sapiarchs. By the stars! This place is enormous!
Seal this place, mortal flea!
This way. This way. I hear voices up ahead.
Teachers need die today, Sapiarch. Just give me the diamond keys.
The resident diamonds are not mine to give. Especially not to a Daedra cultist.
Nathan! Stop!
Valcerin! No, damn you!
You and your companion arrived in the proverbial nick of time. Now, if you wouldn't mind, who in Oblivion are you? And how did you know the College of Sapiarchs was under assault? First, the cultist leads an army of Daedra into our compound and demands I turn over the Resolute Diamonds. Now, you arrive with a warning from the long-absent sages of Artaeum. I think you need to explain yourself before we go any further. That's impossible. We would know if the tower's defenses had been breached. But it would explain the disasters currently befalling the Summerset Isle. Let's say I believe you. What does the Right Master suggest as the next step? A reasonable plan, but access to the tower requires the Resolute Diamonds, which are guarded by the tower's sentinels. Only they can use the keys. I suppose they are the next targets. We need to warn Hanail and Imidril at the Illumination Academy. We appreciate your aid in this matter. Before you head to the Illumination Academy, perhaps you can have your friend get that cultist out of my compound. As it is, it's going to take weeks to get rid of the stench of Daedra.
You there. Tell my darling wife to release me, and I'll ask Mathala to kill you quickly when the new age dawns. Spinner saved me from fools and altruistic adventurers. Valcerin turned her back on me and my daughter a long time ago. Is it any wonder I've found acceptance and a purpose among the court of Bedlam? Don't presume to judge my actions, you insignificant flea. I am an earl in the court of Bedlam now, chosen personally by Mathala to represent her on this all-too-fragile world. Leave me. I'm done speaking to you now.
Let's leave these Psijics to their work. We have a college to put back together.
I can't believe I was concerned about the welfare of my husband. To find Lathan here, threatening the Sapiarchs and leading a horde of Daedra. How could he betray the Order like that? How could he betray me? A simple spell of binding. His attention was so focused on the Sapiarchs, he wasn't prepared to deal with another Psijic mage. While you go and find the Tower Sentinels at the Illumination Academy, I'll take Lathan back to Artaeum. I almost hope he gives me a little trouble. I could use a reason to unleash some pain and suffering on this turncoat. Don't worry. My spell will hold until we reach the confines of Kapora Tower.
Yeah.
Five Claw. You always arrive just when Raz needs you most. After Raz spoke to the pretty Sijic Oriandra, whispers reached me about the illustrious Illumination Academy. They said that the Court of Bedlam hunts a Sapiarch there, so Raz had to come and see. Didn't expect all the crazy people, though. So the Crystal Tower really is in danger. This one finds that so hard to believe. The Crystal Tower, it's a bastion, a symbol of everything the High Elves hold dear. The Queen would be very cross with Raz if anything bad happened to the tower. Now Raz sees why the Court of Bedlam seeks these particular sages. Very well. No need to twist this one's tail. Raz will help you save the Sapiarchs from the demented Daedric cultists. Let's look in the guest wing on the west side of the compound. This way. Follow Raz.
What are you doing? Stop this Eye of Magnus, another one. That's a very convincing costume. What are you supposed to be? Some gallant hero? Trinimac in disguise? Wait, you're not one of my classmates. You really are a hero, aren't you? Thank Auriel. I need your help. I may have unleashed a powerful enchantment on the Academy. Quite by accident, mind you. There's this book, you see, The Illuminous. I stole just the briefest of peeks. Barely even a peek, honestly. More like a fleeting glimpse. It drove my classmates mad. They were all quite sane before, but now they seem possessed by characters from novels and storybooks. They're snorting like pigs, running from cats. It's lunacy. I have some ideas on how to fix this, but I need help.
What is that approaching? Some strange sea beast. Prepare to be boarded, mate.
New arrivals? I wasn't told to expect any students or scholars today. Sorry, they usually let me know when new academics are going to arrive. I'm sure I can find a way to squeeze you in someplace. How long do you plan on staying? Sure. They arrived a few days ago, but only Sapiarch Hanael stayed. She's working on a book of some sort. I think that's what she told me. Don't know where the other one scampered off to. She hasn't been back to her room in quite a while, though. I wouldn't think so. She left all her things in her room. Notes, valuable tomes. Not the sorts of items a sage would leave behind. Maybe she just got caught up in the nonsense outside. You can examine her room if you like. It's right over there.
Hasn't been slept in. Such a waste of a perfectly good bed. Interesting. Raz saw one just like it in a shop in Skywatch. The Sapiarch's letter. She's hidden a coded message in the words. Raz has seen this done before. Hanael mentions something isn't right here, that she plans to hide in a quiet room. Very smart. It seems the Sapiarch knows that someone is hunting her. The list of specific books in a specific order, though. That's the key, Raz thinks. We need to find the books and the podiums, if Raz has deciphered the meaning of her code correctly. Let's hope we can find her before the Court of Bedlam does. That is disturbing news. The Queen hates Daedric machinations, especially the most overt ones. Let us hurry and try to find the Sapiarch. A vanishing bookcase. Raz likes this clever sage.
If you're the person that's been following me, I warn you, I'll scream. I knew I wasn't imagining things. I told Immadril that we were being followed. If the head of the College of Sapiarchs sent you and told you we guarded the Resolute Diamonds, it must be a serious matter. Something involving the other alliances? Daedric princes, you say? As in more than one? That doesn't sound very good. Immadril went to King's Haven, not too far from here. The old ruins. He loves to poke around in that place every chance he gets. But I'm still a bit confused.
Raz will explain things to the pretty Sapiarch, and make sure she returns safely to Lilandril. You go find the one in the ruins.
Hail, mighty warrior! Hail, weary traveler! Seek ye the torchlit halls of Sovngarde? You will not find them here, alas! Naught but puny elves and snow-backed wizards dwell in this place. I am bound for the Whalebone Bridge, and soon's mighty challenge. Join me! Confused? Bah! You sound like that scrawny mage Erudil. My course is plain. I must make my way to the dwelling place of my honored ancestors, to bathe my beard in mead and sing the shield-pain song of battle. Make way, or taste sky-forged steel. You would have words with that thin-legged sorcerer? Fine! You will find him in the courtyard of the gaudy elf hall up the hill. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an adventure to return to. Yeah.
Quickly! Quickly!
Mephalla's damn webbing. It's in all my nooks and crannies. Thanks for helping, though. No! Save the Dawnstar gem!
The spider poison, it's spreading fast. Take this, resolute diamond. Don't let the Golden Knight's sacrifice be in vain. Then you know we're Tower Sentinels, guardians of the diamond keys that open the Crystal Tower. Please, make sure my diamond remains safe. Mavala, Prince of the Secret Arts. She sought my diamond, but also seemed very interested in the Golden Knight. I fear she's taken him to the Spiral Skein. Tell Hanaya I'm sorry.
Ah, there you are. The Right Master needs you back in Artaeum immediately. Find him in Kapora Tower as soon as you can.
Don't you think you're taking things a little personally? Let's just go about our own business.
I am a kin lady of Summerset, and you dare address me as though I were one of you common rabble. We can regale the court with tales of how Paragon bravely wrestled 7 volumes to the ground. He'll have the paper cut
Could you
to
keep
prove
it down? At least one of us should know about giant salamanders before we face one.
So, standing around is a crime in Summerset?
Yes, we even have a word for it. Loitering. I suggest you learn it.
Yeah.
Are you purposefully doing a poor job? Because I can come to no other conclusion.
Oh, sure, blame us, when you're the reason we're in this mess.
Examiner's Quorum needs 3 members. You both know this.
Not this again.
And just like that, Oriel provides. Greetings, Caraval. I am Chief Juris Reeve Tarnamir of the Divine Prosecution. Or at least I was, in the long ago. I know this is unorthodox, but perhaps you'd be interested in helping us. As you can see, a murder took place here. My protégés Lorne and Soraville came to investigate, but I fear they may lack perspective. The particulars of this murder... Forgive me, I'm getting ahead of myself. They need fresh eyes. Yours, I believe. You would take on the duties of the Adminan, the listening eye. An auspicious role. The Adminan serves as the fulcrum, balancing competing theories. They also collect evidence, interview suspects and the like. What do you say? I thank the Divines that you've agreed to help. This murder weighs heavy on all of us. The victim, Halimorian, was not well liked. Many locals may lift a glass to his passing. But the assassin, the Ghost of the Green, that's altogether different.
So you'll be joining us. Good. Call me Lorne. No need for flowery titles. We Altmer have too many names already. I'm glad you're here. Outsiders often make the best adminins. A fresh pair of eyes will be essential here. More essential than usual. It's a long and depressing story. One I'm not keen to recount. For now, just know that whoever murdered Halimorian took great pains to make it look like the work of the Ghost of the Green. A killer that Soraville and I apprehended decades ago. The Ghost always left a signature to let us know it was him. He killed each victim with a single wood elf arrow to the heart, then laid a fern over the body. The fern is here, but the shot was sloppy, and the arrow is of high elven make. It's odd. I need to examine the body in more detail. Can you do a sweep of the vineyard? If you find anything, blow this whistle. It also might be worth questioning people in town. They'll be more forthcoming with an outsider.
What do you want? The Revelators already questioned me and cut me loose. I just want to be here if something exciting happens. You don't? The Ghost of the Green has returned. Zen's avenging champion. Of course it's exciting. These Longlegs thought they executed him years ago, but now he's back, ready to dole out Deepwood justice. New around here, eh? Halimorian was a sap-ass dandy, slapping wood elves with one hand and groping them with the other. The Ghost of the Green just did what the prosecution wouldn't. Good riddance. Murdered? No, executed. Executed by a righteous hand. Just have a look around, outsider. I'll bet my horns you'll find evidence of misdeeds. This was a long time coming. Hopefully it put these other long-legged prigs on notice.